International Dragway, rich in drag racing history. Today, the most powerful nitro-burning machines in motorsports will battle for the richest single-event purse in drag racing. Legends like IHRA World Champion Gene Snow, 30-year veteran Connie the Bounty Hunter Kalitta, IHRA Rookie of the Year Mike Brotherton, NFL superstar turned professional racer Dan Pastorini, veteran drag racer from the tiny town of PELHAM, Alabama, Bill Mullins, former drag boat standout and two-time national event champion this year, Jack Ostrander. Stay tuned for the best of the kings of the sport of drag racing right here on ESPN. Welcome to Thunder Valley, USA, the Bristol International Dragway in the beautiful mountains of Bristol, Tennessee. This is the Angus NITRO Showdown. Hi, everybody. I'm Ted Jones, along with BRET, and we'll be bringing you all of the exciting action here today. What is the Angus NITRO Showdown?
Well, Ted, it's an event that's one of the first of its type, presented by the Angus Chemical Company. This 1987 season finale event on the IHRA Tour includes only the quickest and fastest 8 Pro Nitro dragsters that have been running on the IHRA Trail this year.
How were these dragsters invited here to Bristol, Brett?
Well, throughout the season in IHRA national event competition, the machines in qualifying sessions for each consecutive national event are awarded points for their ability to qualify near the top of the field. At the end of the season, only the 8 most consistently fast and quick qualifiers are invited to this $25,000 to win event.
Who would you favor today to win this Angus NITRO Showdown?
Well, there's really only one man to pick based on the performances through this year, and that's Gene Snow. He's already wrapped up the IHRA World Championship, and he's one of the quickest and fastest drivers out there.
Any dark horses in today's field?
Well, there are quite a few rookies in this program, including Mike Brotherton in his first year of competition, but just about anybody can win this show.
We'll be right back with more action in the Angus NITRO Showdown. The Angus NITRO Showdown being brought to you by Moroso Performance Products, Race Proven, and by Drag Review, all you need to know about drag racing. Stay tuned for quarterfinal action coming up next. Back at Bristol in the Angus NITRO Showdown, our first race today will feature the rookie Michael Brotherton against the veteran from Pelham, Alabama, Bill Mullins.
After starting his drag racing career racing motorcycles in the late 1950s, Bill Mullins' 20 years of experience behind the wheel of nitro-burning dragsters has made him one of the toughest in the sport. His machine, the Autolite Mr. Gasket Mullins Pro Nitro Dragster, is easily identifiable by this unique aerodynamic lip. Rather than just using the rear wing for down pressure, this lip keeps pressure all around the car at over 260 miles per hour. Mullins will be driving today using his experimental single-gear transmission. But in any case, this car has already proven its 5.4-second capabilities.
This is Mike Brotherton. Mike has a problem. He broke a fuel pump warming up just a few minutes ago in the pits, Brett.
Well, Mike Brotherton has done a tremendous job this year in his first season as he moves up against Bill Mullins in this matchup. The youngster that won his second race ever is going to have to give it everything he's got. They're staged, the green light comes on, and it looks like Mullins is out first. Brotherton trying to drive around him with engine problems, an unbelievably close battle.
You can't even hardly tell who won that. It looks like the winner is going to be Mike Brotherton. Let's take another look at it on the replay right now. You do see that Mullins is out first with the quicker reaction time. Watch them as they come off the pad right now. Mullins definitely ahead at this point. Now here comes Brotherton making his play at about the 8th mile mark. Wheels off the ground over there for Mullins. Approaching the finish line, and it is Brotherton.
Close. I saw him all the way. Bill's a good friend, and I knew it was going to be a close race. I'm surprised it was that close because, quite frankly, he's been running real good. I'm just glad we were there.
So Brotherton advances to the semifinals, and now heating up the tires is the newly crowned 1987 IHRA World Champion, Gene Snow.
There you see his opponent. That's Dan Pastorini, the NFL quarterback who has made it to 2 final rounds in IHRA competition this year. As a matter of fact, Dan Pastorini had a little something special going on this weekend, and Brett talked with him about it.
It's been a great week. It's almost like you don't really care how the car runs. I married a wonderful gal in Houston 2 days ago, and in fact, she's coming up here tonight to watch the race tomorrow.
Well, I'll tell you, I almost hate to be the one to break the news to the millions of women who watch our ESPN drag racing just to see Dan Pastorini, but ladies, the game's over.
I don't know. I think the game's just begun.
Well, Dan had a lot of things on his mind during that interview. Right now, his concentration is on the Christmas tree. Stage, the green light comes on, and it looked like Pastorini may have left first.
Look at Gene Snow at the 8th, Mama. Look at that car move on the top end. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the ET on this. 5.34 seconds, 271 mile an hour. That is the fastest ET in history. Let's go to Brett on top end.
Gene, I don't think I'm telling you anything new when I tell you that that was an incredible run. How about a 5.34 at 271 miles an hour, both ends of the track record by a bunch?
Anybody can be lucky.
That wasn't luck. From what I understand, when the car did the dry burnout on the starting line, it hooked like a rocket even then.
That's the best it's felt in a long time. It was the same tune-up we had at Rockingham. It seems to work.
Well, with already the World Championship in your grasp, but now a shot at $25,000 in this program, like I said, I don't think luck is playing a part in the snowman machine.
I'm real excited. Thank you.
This is Jerry Marconi from Waconda, Illinois, the former drag boat racer, driver of the Gold Rush Dragster.
And he'll be up against Connie Kalitta, the 30-year drag racing veteran who has spent most of his racing career behind the wheel of a dragster of one form or another. This, the newest entry from the Bounty Hunter Flying Services stables.
As a matter of fact, Kalitta won the IHRA World Championship, Brett, back in 1979. Now, he's been around a while.
He repeated that World Championship again in 1982, and as a matter of fact, is one of the winningest pro nitro dragsters in IHRA history.
This guy's very cagey. Watch him pull off to the side. He's avoiding his own fuel spillage.
That's right, there's an overflow tube underneath the car, and because of the G-forces during the burnout, some excess fuel comes out underneath. Kalitta does not want that fuel anywhere near those massive rear tires. He wants perfect, unobstructed traction.
Kalitta can never be counted out in racing, but he's been trouble-plagued this year. This will be a real interesting run against Jerry Marconi.
There's no question Connie's had a lot of breakage problems this year, just little things that have broken his concentration. Right now, though, Marconi has got to try and beat the Bounty Hunter. The green light on there side by side, but look at Kalitta pull away.
An effortless one-man drag race for Connie Kalitta turns in a brilliant 5.40, 266.27 miles per hour. Now, Kalitta actually was last off the starting line. Marconi left first, but Connie Kalitta, a perfect run. He's hot today. Brett talked with Kalitta.
Well, Connie, you're going to be happy with this one. Marconi finally just gave up. A 5.40 at 266 miles an hour. That's one of your quickest runs ever.
Yes, it is. We've run 5.30s a couple times with the car, but it's getting closer. It was 5.40, was it? Very good.
In typical Connie Kalitta tradition, it's just another pass down the track, but you got to feel good about this one.
Yes, I do. Very good.
Well, good luck to you. This is going to make a big dent. I don't know if you know, Gene Snow ran 5.34.
I was back there watching on the thing, so it's going to be tight. We'll see here. The fellow I run this round is the one that's up here right now.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good one, Connie.
Well, our congratulations from the booth to Connie Kalitta in his fastest run after a 5.40. You're looking at the gauges right now of John Carey, the diesel mechanic from Dover, Delaware, as he cranks up his car for this next race against Jack Ostrander. Ostrander, who manages the bowling complex and used to drive 200-mile-per-hour drag boats. Ostrander will be going against Carey. Carey now qualified number 2, Ostrander number 7.
Ostrander's been in professional nitro dragster racing now for about 5 years as he boils the tires on the 300 bowl entry from Michigan. I should point out, Ted, that Ostrander is not a stranger to final rounds. Back in 1982 in Norwalk, Ohio, he made his first ever national event final appearance.
Well, and of course, Ostrander having won 2 IHRA national events right here this year. You saw him on ESPN. So you would have to say that even though he's qualified number 7, Jack Ostrander has to be a favorite to win this round.
Ostrander with a few unique tricks to this machine. The engine is much lower in the chassis than any other pro nitro dragster. But then you look at John Carey's machine, and it is one of the most technically advanced machines in any form of motorsports. There are so many aerodynamic tricks on that machine, Ted, it's almost impossible to make it go slow.
The new answer in pro nitro dragster drag racing has been the canopies, the small wheels. They're staged and ready, Brett.
The countdown, the green light, and it's side by side, but Ostrander overpowers the track, boiling the tires.
Well, another one-man drag race here as they seem to be having a lot of problems over there with that left lane. John Carey cruising to an easy win with a 5.43, 244 miles per hour. So as we go into the semifinals, it'll be Mike Brotherton against Gene Snow, Connie Kalitta against John Carey.
Once again, the rookies take on the veterans as Connie Kalitta gives us an indication of the power we're talking about as we'll be back with more action from the Angus NITRO Showdown.